Hey everybody, it's Sarah Reynolds. I'm here to tell you a little bit about Aquanatomy, which is a 50-hour anatomy course that was developed by Alexander George specifically for aquatic body workers. It is a 50-hour class that satisfies half of the anatomy and physiology requirement for healing dance certification. So now that we have that out of the way, I want to tell you a little bit about my experience with anatomy and physiology because giving you bulleted points about why this is a good course is really boring, and I tried to do it and I'm not good at it. So what I want to tell you is that when I started as a massage and body worker, I really had no interest in anatomy and physiology at all. It was like having to, eat my vegetables or, eat my oatmeal. It was really boring. And my anatomy instructor just basically gave us a list of muscles and said, learn these. And that really didn't it didn't work for me. It didn't look good and it didn't work for me. So I pretty much just did the basic of what I had to do to get by and started working. And over the course of my first couple years, what I realized is that a lot of my clients had more understanding and education about their bodies than I did. And they would come in speaking about a whiplash injury or speaking about a torn ACL or speaking about vertigo or speaking about Parkinson's. And I really had no idea how to safely treat them. And so I was basically faking it. And eventually, people wouldn't come back, or you sort of get the feeling that the treatment I did more harm than good. And when I started working in the water, it became more profound because people are so vulnerable in the water. And I really wanted to know more about what I was doing. And I just wanted to look intelligent, frankly. So my ego kind of took over, as it is wont to do. Anyway, here's what I've learned. Knowing anatomy and physiology builds rapport very quickly with people. And as I mentioned, people who, when they're getting in the water, are really vulnerable. And so when I'm doing an intake interview with somebody and they're telling me about their injury or their special situation, and I can reflect back with correct anatomical knowledge, that goes a long way to helping them feel safe and secure, that I know what I'm doing, that I know what I'm talking about, and that I have a basic understanding beyond the technique. And so that's sort of creating a baseline of safety. And then I can develop a treatment choosing certain moves and, deselecting other moves that won't work for that person, which allows them to have a better session because they don't have to worry about holding their neck or gripping in such a way, because they know that I'm responding to their body's specific needs. And that's really one of the greatest joys of working with people is, listening, sort of listen to what they say and you listen to their body and you're just like putting it all together and deciding how to do moves that move them towards health, as opposed to doing things that might be good, or I don't really know, or I hope this works out. That's, again, it's a really uncomfortable place to be as a body worker. And then after the session, I can explain to them anatomically what I felt, if necessary. And I can also explain to other practitioners, other healthcare practitioners, what happened during the session or what the person noticed. And if that person is working with other people, they can talk to me about what's happening anatomically, and I can develop a professional referral network, which has also been another joy of just being in the profession in general. Let's see. The other really cool thing about knowing anatomy is it gives you a way to visualize what's happening under your hands and to understand how all the systems work together, or at least begin to understand. And for me, that is, it just gets really interesting internally, proprioceptively. My internal, pictures about what's happening during the session becomes much more rich when I have an anatomical and physiological encyclopedia to refer to. So keeping people safe, building rapport, giving anatomically correct treatments, having fun, developing my curiosity and sense of wonder about the body, since there's so much we still don't know. That's what really this class is all about. And Specifically with the water work, we do that in such a way that acknowledges gravity, the lack thereof. We have a lot to explore. So I look forward to seeing you in the pool and on land to learn more about the body.